ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयत्मुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः जन्मादियस्य यतन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्मर्धयादिकवये मूयन्ति यत सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मा प्रोजितकैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापोत्रयन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुने कृते किं वा पररीश्वरः सद्यो हृदयवृद्ध्यत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादं मृदुरं संयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे नित्यानन्दमहं नौमि सर्वानन्दकरं परं हरिनामाप्रदं देवम् अवधूताशिरोमणिम् आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाम्बदिव्यछविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसाप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So today we are going to begin our services for the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So before we could begin, I just want to offer my respectful obeisance to all of you and seek your good wishes and blessings. Although this subject matter of the 10th canto is basically, I'm not fit, not qualified to discuss this subject matter. This subject matter has to be discussed by elevated Paramhamsas. And but for purification of my own existence, I'm going to try to serve Srimad Bhagavatam. So please, if I commit some mistakes and offenses, I like to beg forgiveness in advance and wish to seek your blessings for starting the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So there is a list. Where is that? Yeah, that can be shared. Okay. So Shukdev Goswami, when he spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit, he did the 10th canto, especially the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, he did not follow the chronology. In terms when he was in bliss, he was in ecstatic. So he used to speak whatever comes to his mind. He was in, because when he was speaking samadhi actually. And so out of ecstasy, whatever he remembered, so he used to speak. So it is not chronologically arranged. So chapters are not chronologically arranged. So Jiva Goswami Pad Vishwanath Chandra Thakur, they give this detailed description about how which pastimes happen after which pastimes, and we are going to follow Jiva Goswami Pad and Vishwanath Chandra Thakur's chronology. So we are going to discuss 10th canto, but through this style, exactly as which pastimes happen after which, we are just going to follow that chronology. Okay. So there are some chapters I might indicate to you. There are some chapters. If you can enlarge the screen, it will be nice. So there will be some chapters are which we discussed 8 or 9 chapters before. Yeah. So like that we will be discussing the chronologically of that. Just increase the zoom it. There is 100%. No. Just there is 100% there.
I just increase it to be clear.
Okay, that's good. Okay, fine. So all of you remember the dynasty we discussed yesterday.
Oh yes, it was easy.
Okay. So we're going to have exam on that. So when Shukdev Goswami finished describing the dynasty of Yadu, as well as the dynasty of moon god and sun god Chandravansh Suryavansh, Maharaj Parikshit requested him to describe about Lord Krishna, his how he appeared with Baldev in the Yadu dynasty, and how Krishna he performed his wonderful activities. So Krishna is transcendental, and therefore to understand his activities, only the liberated soul can understand. So hearing of Krishna Lila, Krishna Katha, hearing of Krishna's pastimes, is the board by which one can achieve the ultimate goal of life. This Bhavasagar, crossing the Bhavasagar is very, very difficult. How can one cross this Bhavasagar, this material existence? How can one do that? It's very simple actually. Krishna consciousness is simple for the simple and complicated for the complicated. How simple is it? Simply by giving an oral reception to Bhagavatam. Simply by giving oral reception to Bhagavatam, one can attain perfection in life. I was in Russia and someone asked me, Prabhuji, what is the application of Bhagavatam? I said, application of Bhagavatam is hearing. But what is the application? Prabhuji, how to apply Bhagavatam in the life? Well, how did Parikshit Maharaj apply Bhagavatam in the life? He heard it. So application of Bhagavatam is hearing Krishna Lila, Krishna's name, Krishna's fame, Krishna's pastimes. So by giving oral reception to Srimad Bhagavatam, one can perfect our existence. By reading it, one can perfect our existence. By speaking about it, one can perfect our existence. So hearing Krishna Lila is the board by which one can attain the ultimate goal of life, which is very easy. So Krishna was the only worshipable deities of the Pandavas. And Maharaj Parikshit was in the womb of, when he was in the womb of his mother Uttara, Lord Krishna personally saved Parikshit Maharaj. Do you remember that? The first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now Parikshit is asking Shukdev Goswami that please answer a few of my questions about Lord Krishna. That how is Lord Baldev the son of Rohini and the son of Devaki as well? Because when the dynasties were describing, Baladevji was mentioned as the son of Rohini as well, and Baldevji was also mentioned as son of Devaki as well. So how did this happen? One person, two mothers. How is it possible? So why did Krishna transfer himself from Mathura to Vrindavan? Krishna was born in Mathura, but how? Why did he transfer himself from Mathura to Vrindavan? Did Parikshit and how did he live there with his family members? What did Uncle Kamsa? What did Krishna do in Mathura and Vrindavan? And why did he kill his Uncle Kamsa? Everybody has a curiosity. Kansa ko kyun mara? Why did Kamsa was killed? And how many years is Krishna residing in Dwarka? How many queens did he have? Etc. etc. So many questions. So Maharaj Parikshit is saying that all these questions are there. So please answer these questions and also the questions which I have not asked about Lord Krishna. So when Shukdev Goswami began to speak about Krishna, Maharaj, when this Bhagavatam started, Parikshit Maharaj had only 7 days with him, right? And we are trying our best to follow the same length, the discussion which happened with the day number of chapters were discussed on the day 1. We are trying our best to discuss the same number of chapters. So when Shukdev Goswami began to speak about Krishna consciousness, Maharaj Parikshit completely forgot the fatigue, because when Parikshit Maharaj was hearing, he was actually hearing without drinking water and without eating anything. Actually, the discussion between Shukdev Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit was going on day and night. It was not a 2-hour affair. We are just summarizing things, but this discussion was actually going on throughout the day and throughout the night. Otherwise, how it is possible that one can complete discussing 335 chapters in 7 days? It was not possible. So, Shukdev Goswami, when he started to begin 10th canto of Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj completely lost his fatigue. He became very enthusiastic as he was on the first day of Bhagavatam, and because he wanted to very eagerly hear Krishna Katha, that now finally Krishna's pastimes are going to start. So Mother Earth, she assumed the shape. So Mother Earth assumed the shape of the cow, and she approached Lord Brahma for relief. Brahmaji, accompanied by Lord Shiva and other demigods, they went and offered prayers to Lord Vishnu. And the Lord Vishnu informed Brahmaji that he would appear on the surface of the earth to mitigate the distress of all the devatas. So the Lord ordered that all the devatas should go and come down as in the Yadu Vamsha and all the associated Vamshas. Please go and incarnate and help me in the pastimes. So after marrying Devaki, Vasudeva was returning home on a chariot which was driven by Kamsa. Kamsa was Devaki's cousin brother. And when Kamsa heard a voice, then what did he hear? That, "You rascal, you fool, you idiot! The 8th son of Devaki is going to kill you, and you are carrying her chariot." Now Kamsa, when these people like Kamsa who are demonic mentality, when they get little news about that their position is going to be insecure, then they will do anything in the world to secure their position. They don't mind killing their own people. Now Kamsa was carrying his own sister Devaki on the day of her marriage to Vasudeva's house, and there he hears that the 8th son of Devaki is going to kill me. Immediately, the whole situation turned, and Kamsa removed the sword, and he was about to kill Devaki. But Vasudeva was very intelligent. Vasudeva was a minister in Kamsa's own assembly. Vasudeva was a sharp person. Vasudeva immediately he started to apply his mind. That how can I try to convince Kamsa? So he tried to convince Kamsa by saying that, "Look, Kamsa, everything in this world is temporary. He explained the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita to him, Jatasya dhruvar mrityur dhruvam janma mrityusya cha. Whoever is going to take birth is going to die. So what is the, why are you so afraid? Huh? And Devaki is your own sister. So why on that too is her marriages? Today is the marriage of Devaki. And just because some devatas are giving you some indication and you want to kill her. So Kamsa, you please think. But Kamsa was actually in a very strong state of mind. He wanted to kill Devaki. And so he was not getting convinced. He wanted to kill. So Vasudeva devised another plan. Now what? Now we need to understand, take some lessons from here. What is the lesson here? That we might be in a situation where we are in difficult situation and we are hopeless in that situation. But still, one should try our best to resolve that problem to the best of our capacity. Vasudeva thought to himself that I will use my capacity, my intelligence, my everything to save my dear wife. But still, whatever is the desire of the Lord, Vidhata ki jo ichha hai, whatever is the desire of the Lord, that will happen, let it happen then. But I will try my best. So Vasudeva now devised another technique. He said, Kamsa, you are such a great personality. You have such good qualities. All these good qualities will be glorified. And Vasudeva said that what if all my children, if I come and give it to you. Now Vasudeva was a very honest person. When Kamsa heard that Vasudeva is willing to give all his son to him, then he decided, okay, if that's what you're going to do, then I have no problem. Because he was an honest person and he was going to be on his words. So first son, when Vasudeva and Devaki, they got a first son, Kirtiman, he took Kirtiman and gave it to Kamsa. And Kamsa was so surprised that how can a person be on his words that he's bringing his son and giving it to me and I'm going to kill it. He knows that I'm going to kill that. So Vasudeva and Devaki, so Kamsa thought that I don't wish to kill because 8th son of Devaki is going to kill me. So I have no fear from the first son. But what happened? In the meanwhile, Kamsa allowed Vasudeva and Devaki to go on their own and said, I will deal when the 8th son is there. Meanwhile, Naradji comes and tells Kamsa, hey Kamsa, this is all planned, the setting of the devatas, इस पूरा तुमको मारने का पूरा प्लान बना के आए देवता लोग. There is a big trap against you. It's a big political scenario. All the devatas have taken birth. Everybody around you are all devatas. Do you know that? All this Vrishnivanshi, Bhojavanshi, and all the dynasties are all devatas. And he took out a flower and he said, out of this lotus flower, and he said, which one is the first and which one is the last? You never know. If the devatas are saying 8, devatas are also kapatis. Krishna, your kala can come anytime. So make sure that you are killing each and every child of Vasudeva and Devaki. How can you leave them? So now who will not keep faith in Narada Muni's words? Immediately Kamsa declared that arrest these people, and she killed one by one, first, after second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So the 6 children were killed. The 7th child was Sakshat Balaram, Anantadev. So Anantadev entered the womb of Devaki, and then when Anantadev was in the womb of Devaki, Krishna in the spiritual world, he called Yogamaya. He said, Yogamaya, please come here. I want to give you a very amazing task. My brother, my Amsha Balaram, is actually the womb of Devaki. Please transfer him from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. And for this service of yours, you will be glorified in the whole world. And I bless you that you will be glorified all around the world, and you will have so many different names. People will worship you as Chandi, Durga, and Vijaya, and by so many names. So Baldevji was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, and that's why he is called as Sankarshan. Now, the demigods, when the transfer was done, then Lord Krishna entered the womb of Devaki. And when Lord Krishna entered the womb of Devaki, Devaki's whole appearance changed completely. She was glowing, she was glowing with the whole room, the jail. She was in Kamsa's prison. It was a dark prison. But when Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki, that whole prison started to glow as if there was a big halogen kept there, This whole prison was glowing, illuminating. And and all of them, all the devatas, Brahma and everybody, they came there for offering prayers. As soon as they know that Krishna has entered the womb of Devaki, immediately Brahma, all the associates, they came there for welcoming. The Supreme Boss has come, Baba. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam ete chansha kala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. It is not that some other Ansha of the Ansha is coming. The Supreme Boss, Supreme Personality of Body, Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Authority. So Brahma, understanding that Lord Krishna has come. So Brahma, Indra, Lord Shiva and everybody, they come and they went to glorify Lord Shri Krishna in the jail. Have you ever heard that when somebody takes birth, then there is a difference between an ordinary living soul and Krishna taking birth? When an ordinary living soul he takes birth, he does not know where is he coming from, and he does not know that what is. So have you ever heard that that someone is born in the hospital and the Rashtrapati, the Pradhan Mantri, and all the great personalities of that country, they go in the hospital and they welcome, oh welcome, oh welcome, oh welcome. Have you ever seen? Have you ever heard? No. Which Krishna is coming in the Lord Shri Krishna is appearing, and all the great personalities from the whole universe, they're coming to welcome Krishna. So when Lord Krishna was glorified by all the devatas and everybody, and then at the auspicious time, at the most auspicious time, the day of Janmashtami, Lord Krishna actually appeared. He came out from the womb of mother. Now, when Krishna came from the womb of the mother, he has Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and all the opulence with him. Now, Krishna could have taken birth as an ordinary child, but Krishna came as with all his opulence, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, so that people in the world should know that he is Supreme Lord is coming. And when the Lord came with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and he came actually to convince Vasudeva and Devaki that not to fear, that I am here. Krishna said, don't worry now, I am here. All your problems will be solved. I will solve all your problems. So Vasudeva and Devaki, they saw Krishna and they started offering prayers. And in their prayers, they said, my dear Lord, please, can you please hide here this form of yours? Because it's very fearful. If Kamsa comes to know that you have appeared, he might do anything. So then, Krishna played two roles here. He showed his opulence and told Mother Vasudeva and Devaki, his mother and father, about their three past births. Now, can you imagine a child who is born? When a child is born, he is born naked, and he does not know himself where he is coming from. But here is Supreme Personality of Lord Shri Krishna, who is appearing in the womb of the mother. But is coming with all his opulences, and he is dictating to his father and mother the past three births of the father and mother, that who were they in the past three births, so that to convince them that they should give up their fear. But at the same time, Krishna is saying, but I can see that you are afraid of Kamsa, so why don't you transfer me to Gokul, to Nanda Maharaj? Now I am going to reveal to you one more secret. The biggest secret of our Gaudiya Vaishnavas. The biggest secret is when Krishna was born in Mathura. Right? Krishna was born in Mathura. Krishna was also born to Nanda Maharaj, to Mother Yashoda. Yes. Who says that? Her scriptures say that. Nandastva atmaja utpanne jata ladot mahamanaha. There is a shloka, probably in the fifth chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto, where Shukadeva Goswami is telling that Yashoda also performed jata karma sanskar. Means what? Cut that amenable, what is that called? Umbilical cord was cut, that Nanda Maharaj cut the umbilical cord between Krishna and Mother Yashoda. How come this is possible? So Devaki Nandan Krishna, Vasudeva Nandan Krishna appeared in Mathura, and Yashoda Nandan Krishna appeared in Gokul. Now I'll tell you the mystery. When Lord Krishna told, when Devaki Nandan Krishna told Vasudeva and Devaki that please carry me from here to Gokul, so then Vasudevji carried him and he placed it there. So when Vasudevji went there to Gokul, he did not see the Nandanandan Krishna. He only saw his son and he saw a daughter there. The daughter was Yogamaya. So Vasudeva placed his son there. So what actually happened is Devaki Nandan Krishna merged in Yashodanandan Krishna, and that's how it became one. Because both had desire to give birth to this. They both had desire to give birth to a child. They both did equal tapasya, equal austerities, and they wanted to give birth to a child. So Krishna manifested in two places actually. When we say that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, what does that mean? That means Yashodanandan Krishna always remains in Braj. And when Akrura comes and takes away, it's actually Devaki Nandan Krishna who comes out. That's why we says Vrindavanam parittajam padam ekam na gashyati. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Anyway, this is the big subject matter. So Krishna was born, right? Krishna Janmashtami ki. So when Krishna was 6 days old, now we come to this point. Now you follow here, okay? Now when Krishna was 6 days old, Krishna killed Putana. Now we need to understand who was Putana. Kamsa, when he identified that Krishna has... Now what happened exactly was that when Yogamaya was brought, by Vasudevji brought Yogamaya here, and it was placed in the next to Devaki, and till that time nothing happened. Till Vasudevji took Krishna away, all the doors were closed, and as soon as Krishna was in the hands of, when Vasudevji picked up Krishna, the doors and everything started unlocking, and all the doors were opened. Vasudeva was in shackles, he was in, everything was removed, and then Vasudevji started walking. And then Yamuna also gave the way. I don't know, it's very wonderful and sweet pastimes actually, how Vasudevji went to Gokul. So when Vasudevji came back with a Yogamaya, immediately as soon as she came, all of a sudden all the locks were tied, all the gates were closed, all the locks were again locked. So, and as soon as the daughter came, she started to cry. Till that time nobody cried, neither Krishna cried, neither Yogamaya cried. But as soon as everything was set as it is, all the locks, all the doors were closed, and Vasudeva was very safe again. So this little daughter Yogamaya started to cry. And as soon as Yogamaya started to cry, the news went to Kamsa, and Kamsa started running towards the 8th child, thinking that this 8th child ke liye maine kitna intezar kiya. Kamsa was actually day in and day out, Kamsa was thinking about Vishnu. But when he came near Devaki and he saw that the 8th child is a girl, and then he said to himself, oh my God, the Devatas also lie. The demigods lied to me, and because of their lie, I killed 6 children of my own sister. And he started to beg forgiveness. But he was not sure So what did he do? He picked up that last child and he threw it in the air. And at that time, Kamsa's Ishtadevi, Durgaji, it manifested in front of Kamsa. And he said, "You fool, the person who is going to kill you has already taken birth somewhere else." Now, surprisingly, she could have said that he has taken birth here. He has taken birth here only. But she said he has taken birth somewhere else. So that also confirms the fact that Krishna was also born in Gokul. Isn't it? She says, right? In the prayer, when Kamsa, she says to Kamsa that the person who is going to kill you is already born somewhere else. And Krishna was born at two places. So he was also born in Gokul. So, when Krishna was born in Gokul, the opulence of Gokul increased 100 million times. All around there was only Aishwarya. All around there was natural flow of Lakshmi was there all around. And it was a festival mood all around. But there was a worry in the heart of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj was worried that if Kamsa finds out that all of a sudden the wealth in my house and wealth in the house of each and every one has increased, then this is a reason for a problem. The Kamsa might want to kill Krishna, this little baby. So what did Nanda Maharaj do? Nanda Maharaj decided that if I go and pay the taxes to Kamsa beforehand, then Kamsa will never make an attempt to come here. For what reason will Kamsa come here? For asking for the taxes? So what if I go personally and give all the taxes to Kamsa in advance for the whole year? So there will be no reason for why his men will come here. So Vasudevji, and also he thought that Vasudevji is also there in Mathura. My brother is also there in Mathura, so I will also get an opportunity to meet him. So Nanda Maharaj, he gives the responsibility of the Gokul to some most powerful people, and then he, with all the money to which is to be given, he starts walking towards Mathura. When when Nanda Maharaj comes to Mathura, he gives all the taxes to Kamsa. He meets Kamsa, offers his pranams, and then he goes and meets Vasudevji in the night in the disguise. Vasudevji came in disguise. And Vasudevji came, he embraced Nanda Maharaj, and he immediately indicated to Nanda Maharaj that Nanda Maharaj, you have paid taxes to Kamsa, now you should leave for Gokul. And Nanda Maharaj asked, why? I am very happy to meet you, I want to spend some days with you. They said, no, there is some troubles in Gokul, so you should immediately leave. So Kamsa, what he did was, he called his Mantri Mandal, he called all the ministers, and he had a discussion, he has a meeting, and he presented the whole case, whole situation with him, to all of them. He said that, I was being told by the demigods that the 8th son of Devaki will kill me, but the 8th son was not a son, it was a daughter. And my Ishtadevi said this, that Krishna, or the person who is going to kill me is born somewhere else. So what should we do now? So they said that, let us kill all the children who are born in the last 10 days. And they all agreed. They all calculated that maximum kitna samay pehle janam liya hoga. And they decided maximum 10 days before the child might have born. So let's kill all the children who are born in around Mathura and Brajmandal in the last 10 days. And Kamsa asked, who will take this responsibility? And the Putana Mataji came in front. Putana said, I will take the responsibility. So Putana, she was a demon. She disguised herself as Mother Yashoda, dressed like a Mother Yashoda. She dressed herself like a devotee. And she started walking towards Gokul, and she was walking in and around the houses of the Gokul. She was visiting different people, meeting people. And then, oh Krishna. It's painful. So I'll sit like this. Oh, that's my only problem. Yeah, this is okay. So when Putana came to Gokul, she she was looking very beautiful, she was looking very gorgeous, and she was attracting from the Brajvasis. So Brajvasis were getting attracted to her, and she was asking each and everyone, so which child was born recently? So they were all giving different names in the houses of the devotees. And Putana used to see them and he said, okay, this is number 9, this is number 8, this is number 7, she's going to kill them. And then she was thinking from where can she start? This is 7, this is 6, this is 5, this is 4. And everybody was talking about the son of Nanda Maharaj, son of Yashoda Mata. And he said, where is this Nanda Bhavan? I want to go there. So Putana enters the Nanda Bhavan without the permission of anybody. And there Rohini and Yashoda, they were there in the inner quarters of Nanda Bhavan. And Putana, she has disguised herself as a very beautiful lady. She starts going inside the inner chambers of Nanda Bhavan. And she has smeared halahal poison on her breast to kill Krishna. So she goes inside and she sows so much vatsalya for Krishna. She was expressing so much vatsalya. Are mera lala, are mera chonu, are mujo baal. तू कहाँ था? कहाँ खा नहीं खोजा तुझे? And Krishna's eyes were closed. Krishna did not open the eyes because Putana is avidya. If Krishna opens the eyes, what will happen? This Putana will be killed. So Krishna's eyes were closed. And also, there are 21 different reasons why Krishna closed the eyes. And one of the reasons was Krishna was actually looking in her past, what is her track record? There are so many such reasons. And when Putana showed so much vatsalya, Mother Yashoda and Rohini were thinking, hey, we are the real mother or she is the real mother. And then Putana went and picked up Krishna and she started breastfeeding Krishna. And imagine she has smeared halahal poison. And Krishna, it is said that when Krishna, she picked up Krishna, so Krishna remembered Lord Shiva. And he said, Lord Shivji, ये आपका खाना है, आप खाइए. मेरे को दूध पीना है, poison आप लीजिए. पहले आप poison खा लीजिए. उसके बाद first you drink all the poison and then later on I will drink the milk. So Lord started sucking her breast. And then while in that process, she actually realized that this child is not ordinary child and he is a very powerful child. And then she started, chod, leave me. अरे ऐसा कैसे छोड़ेगा? Krishna, he does not, ये पकड़ता नहीं किसी को, पकड़ लेता छोड़ता नहीं किसी को. So Krishna was not leaving her. Krishna was, Krishna holded her breast very tightly, and then Putana, she manifested her original form and she flew in the air. And then when Krishna was also holding her tightly, and when Putana's gigantic form manifested, and seeing that form, many of the Brajvasis, they fell unconscious. And Mother Yashoda fell unconscious, thinking that, oh, Krishna, where has he gone? But some of the gopis were keeping an eye on Putana. And then Putana, when Krishna killed her, so Putana fell down. And then when that Putana's airplane was when her body was going to get crashed, Krishna made sure that it fell on Kamsa's garden. It did not fall on Gokul. So it fell in such a way that it fell in Kamsa's garden. There was Gokul and Mathura. Between them there was a garden of Kamsa, and Putana exactly fell there. So some of the gopis went there, picked up Krishna, brought her back, and gave it to Mother Yashoda. But first thing, before they gave it to Mother Yashoda, the first thing they did was they bathed Krishna with Gomutra. And they applied tilak to Krishna on the 12 parts of the body. Om Keshavayan Ma, Madhavayan Ma, Narayan Ma, Rishikeshayan Ma. So see how powerful Krishna's holy name is, that Krishna's holy name is protecting Krishna. So they started applying Krishna's names to all Dwadash Tilak, and then they gave it to Mother Yashoda for drinking milk. But as soon as they gave it on Mother Yashoda's lap, they also chanted some kavacha, the Gopi kavacha. And it also had Lord's holy name. Just like we have this Narayan Kavach, Om Harit Veda Dhyanvam Sarva Raksham Nastangri Padma Patendra Pushte. 500 euros. Pounds. So, please put the phone on the silent mode, please. So when Putana was killed, and where were we? The gopis. Yeah. So the gopis started chanting this kavacha. And the gopis started chanting this kavacha, and Krishna, when they from their side and their rest assured that Krishna was okay, they gave it to Mother Yashoda for drinking milk, and he drank the milk of his mother, and he went to sleep. When a child is drinking milk and going to sleep, that means he is fine. So this particular thing happened on the 6th day, when Krishna was 6 days old. So Putana, who was she? She was a demon. What was her food? Her food was, she was eating the flesh of the children. She was killing the babies, she was eating the flesh of the children. What was she drinking? She was drinking the blood of the children. What was her business in Gokul? Did she come to do some service, devotional service? No, her business was to kill Krishna. A demon whose habits were that she was a demon, she was eating the flesh of the children, she was drinking the blood of the children. She came to Gokul with an intention of killing Krishna, disguised as a devotee, pretending to be a devotee. That Putana. When Krishna, he saw Putana, and then he thought to himself, why are you pretending to become my mother? I will make you my mother. So when Putana died, she left and she got a position of a mother in the spiritual world. And when Putana's body was burned, Aghuru smell started coming from the body of Putana. Now Putana's body, she has done so much sinful activity, so naturally a bad odor should come out from her body, right? But when Krishna, because she came in direct contact with Krishna. Now imagine, this thing that Ajamil, he chanted the holy name of Lord Narayana. We remember, right? Ajamil, he chanted the holy name of Lord Narayana, and his existence was purified to so much extent that the sins committed not only in this life but also from the previous all lives were completely nullified, completely washed away. So what has to be said of Putana, who came in direct contact with Krishna? Now Ajamil chanted the name and he got his existence purified. Now that same Krishna is in direct contact with Putana. So where there is a doubt of her deliverance, her Putana's existence became purified, so much so that when her body was burned, Aghuru smell started coming. And the Brajvasis thought, Bali Maharaj is doing yajna or Indra is doing yajna. Where is this Aghuru smell coming from? But actually it was coming from the body of Putana. Then there is on the in the third month, Krishna actually killed Shakatasur. Third month. So Shakatasur, there was a festival in the house of Nanda Baba and Yashoda. When Krishna was born, every day was a festival, and everybody wanted a chance and opportunity to gather together and have darshan of Krishna and do some kind of festival. They just wanted a reason. So Krishna changed, third month, a child changes his, karvat badalta hai. What do you say in karvat ko Hindi mein English mein kya bolte hai? Rolling over, When a child rolls over, there was a festival. So when Krishna rolled over, they all invited everybody from the Braj and they had a festival. And what happened in that festival? That Krishna, the festival was for Krishna, but Krishna was crying. So Mother Yashoda, she fed Krishna milk and Krishna went to sleep. So she went and put Krishna underneath a cart. And on that cart, there was an Asura who came and sat on that cart. She came to kill Krishna. He was also sent by Kamsa. So Krishna saw that And Krishna just touched the cart, and the whole cart, which was filled with a lot of things, it just turned over. And there was a chaos. Who did this? Who did this? And some of them said, some of the little boys who saw that, he said, yeah, sneaky. Yeah. This little boy kicked. And I said, oh my God, just chill. When Krishna was 1 year old, at that time, Mother Yashoda was, when Mother Yashoda was embracing Krishna, and Krishna was in her lap, all of a sudden, Krishna's weight started to increase. And it increased to that extent where Mother Yashoda started thinking that, what is happening? The whole universe weight is coming on my lap. What is going wrong? And so she put Krishna down, and she could not figure out what is going wrong. So she just went back to her work. Because sometimes Krishna does such, his activities are very bewildering. So she just put Krishna down, and she went back to work. But in the meanwhile, what happened? Trinavarth was another demon who took the form of a whirlwind, and he came and he lifted Krishna. And when he lifted Krishna, he went on the top of the sky, and actually our acharyas say that Krishna wanted to see the top view of Braj. How Braj looks from the top view, so they wanted to see. So Krishna wanted to see. So Krishna used this demon, he went on the top of the sky, and from there Krishna saw the Braj. Wow! And when darshan was done of the Braj Mandal from the top, then what happened? Krishna killed Trinavarth. And Trinavarth came and fell on the ground. And he died. So that happened, Varshe Purane. That happened after 1 year was happened. Then comes Damodar Leela. So the Damodar Leela took place. When did Damodar Leela took place? Go down, Prabhu. Damodar Leela took place when Krishna... No. Damodar Leela took place when Krishna was 2 years and 2 months old. We are talking about the exact dates and exact figures. When Krishna was 2 years old, 2 years, 2 months old, 2 years and 2 months old, that time Damodar Leela took place. It was the day of Kartik. Krishna used to go to different houses of the gopis, and he used to steal their butter. And whenever there was no butter in the house, he used to urinate there and used to come. Actually, all the gopis, ये चलेगा आपको लग रही है नहीं ठीक है अच्छा है ठंडी अच्छी है. So when gopis used to pray to Krishna, please come to my house, please come to my house. So Krishna used to have a committee, he used to have of all the Bal Gopalas, they used to be together, and he was the chairman of that committee. And some of them used to go and find out that which makhan, who removed the makhan, all these things was found out. And then they used to decide, okay, today we are going to go to this gopi's house. So Krishna used to go, and he used to break the pots and drink all the makhan and used to come back. And a lot of complaints used to reach Mother Yashoda. And Mother Yashoda, she was, she used to tell people, look, there is no scarcity in my house, So if my child breaks something, take double or triple from me away, I have 9 lakh cows. For whose service are they going to be? It's for Krishna only. So if he steals your butter or if he takes your milk away, so just calculate that amount and take 100 times from me. But please don't complain. But they were all coming to Krishna, Mother Yashoda's house just to see Krishna. They were fine with whatever Krishna does. So once Krishna, he was doing a lot of mischiefs, and Mother Yashoda on the day of Kartik day, Mother Yashoda was actually churning the butter. She was thinking whole night that why is that my Krishna goes to others' houses for eating food, for drinking makhan. It was a very serious affair for her. I mean, she was thinking, she was contemplating, because in our house, I am not cooking personally and my maid servants are cooking. I think that's the reason why Krishna is going out. So today, let me churn the makhan myself. So early in the morning, Mother Yashoda started churning the butter. And Krishna was sleeping. And while the churning was going on, Krishna woke up, and then Krishna came, and when she saw Mother Yashoda, then Mother Yashoda's mind was completely absorbed. In her eyes were closed, and she was singing Krishna's pastimes, and she was churning the butter. So Krishna came, and to gain the attention, Krishna went and stopped the churning rod, and immediately the attention broke, and she saw Krishna. I said, Lala, tu kya kar raha hai yahan? What are you doing here? I said, Mama, Dudu. So Krishna pulled her down, make her sit, climbed on her lap, and started drinking the milk from Mother Yashoda. Now there was another milk which was kept from the Padmagandha cows. Mother was thinking, I will feed Krishna today the milk of the Padmagandha cows. The Padmagandha cows are cows which are 100 special cows, which milk from 100 special cows which are they were grazing a special kind of grass, and a special fragrance used to come out from their milk. So that milk was brought for Krishna, and that milk Krishna was actually was going to drink. But Krishna was satisfied with what mother was feeding, and that milk is also transcendental. It's from the Krishna Lila. So what milk thought was, milk was thinking, now this milk is also from Krishna Lila, so it is also live. It's not a dead milk. Milk was thinking also. He was thinking that, what is the use of my life? Today I was getting a chance to be drunk by Krishna, but now Krishna is getting satisfied by Mother Yashoda's milk. So what is the use of my life? Let me commit suicide. So that milk was actually boiling over and it was about to get in the fire. At that time, Mother Yashoda realized, and Mother Yashoda put Krishna down and she ran to save the milk. And Krishna got very offended. Little boy got offended. He said, what nonsense? Huh? I came from the Golok Vrindavan just to drink her milk. हाँ अरे इतने सारे योगी लोग अपन के पीछे पड़ते हैं यार. हाँ अपन किसी के हाथ में नहीं आते. हाँ all the yogis, they are behind me and they want to gain they want to take my darshan, they want my association, and I have left all this. I came from Golok Vrindavan just to drink her milk, and she wants to save that milk. Nonsense! I am going to break all the milk and all the butter in the house. Where is the stone? This little boy goes and finds some stone, and he breaks the pot out of anger, and he breaks, this is the pot, and he breaks here. So and gradually the whole room was full of makhan and that butter, that buttermilk, and then Krishna realized, oh my God, what did I just do? गुस्से में मैंने बहुत कुछ कर दिया. Out of anger, I think I committed the biggest mistake. I broke that pot. Mother Yashoda was early in the morning, since morning she was putting an effort to take out butter from that, and I break that pot. Krishna was very afraid. And then he decided, where should I go? And she decided, okay, let me walk and go in the storehouse. So Krishna walks and he goes into the storehouse, and and there he goes and hides there, and he was eating all the old butter. Mother Yashoda comes out, and he says the pot is broken, and the whole ocean of buttermilk is there all around. And she was thinking, oh, who did this? Where is Krishna? And then she sees a little Krishna's footprints going towards the storeroom. And then Mother Yashoda takes a stick and she decides, today I'm not going to leave him. And Mother Yashoda goes behind him. And looks for him, and she was there sitting, hiding himself, and was feeding the monkeys. He spoiled everything. He was in a storehouse and the monkeys were coming there, and he was feeding, ek ganda masi makhan kha. She was feeding all the leftovers from yesterday, all the makhan he was distributing to the monkeys. And Mother Yashoda got very angry. Said, nonsense, this guy is something. I was getting all these complaints these days. All these days I used to get complaints, but I was not believing in them. But today I personally witnessed this pastimes of this little Krishna. and this boy needs to be punished. So Mother Yashoda went behind Krishna, and Krishna now was thinking, oh my God, where should I go? So he just started running from one room to another, one room to another, one house to another. He was started running throughout the Gokul, and then finally, he decided that he needs to run. So he just decided he was just running, and Mother Yashoda was heavyweight, She was elderly woman. She was behind Krishna, and Krishna was very swiftly running. So Krishna was looking from behind. And Mother Yashoda was very, very tired. But Mother Yashoda decided, Aaj to nahi chodungi. Nobody can stop me today. And finally, Krishna slowed a bit because Mother was tired, and Mother Yashoda went and caught hold of his left hand, showed him the stick, waved him the stick, and she was about to beat him, and Krishna started to cry. And Kunti Maharani was watching this particular scene. In her prayer, she was saying that I actually saw you crying. So Kunti was around, and she actually saw this pastimes. They said, you were actually fearful, and you were actually crying. Krishna was actually crying out of fear. That is love. This is pure love. This is what Krishna wants from us. That we should love Krishna in this way, pure love. And then Mother Yashoda started to tie up Krishna. And she had some ropes, so she was catching the rope and she was trying to look for a rope. She brought a rope and she was tying up Krishna, and that rope was short. Then she said, and all the Sakhis were watching and said, hey, you go and bring all your ropes from your houses. So all the ropes were brought, but still that rope, when it was tied, it used to be two fingers short. And Mother Yashoda was not giving up. From morning, it was evening. The day passed by, evening came, and still Krishna was not tied up, and Mother Yashoda was not giving it up. This is the transcendental competition between the son and the mother. Finally, Krishna's Kripa Shakti, or by the mercy, Krishna saw that, she wants to tie me up out of love. So that Krishna, whom Duryodhana also made an attempt to tie him up, that Krishna who cannot be, even his lotus feet are not even visible to yogis who are performing tapasya for birth after birth, years after years, that Krishna, Mother Yashoda wanted to tie him up. And Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, out of love of Mother Yashoda, he was ready to get tied up. And finally, Mother Yashoda tied up Krishna. So there are so many other pastimes also. When Krishna was tied up, the news reached Balram. Balram found out. He did not know that who tied up Krishna, but he only got the news that Krishna got tied up. And Balram came in a very angry mood. Kisne Krishna ko banda hai? Who tied up Krishna? Do you know who is Krishna? And he said. Then all of them are watching the whole scene. Krishna is crying. He was tied up to a mortar. Mother Yashoda was inside the kitchen, and Balram, who was not aware of the whole situation, Balram comes running in. He shouts in the house, do you know who Krishna is? So finally, after 2-3 times when Balram is screaming, Mother Yashoda finally said, who is Krishna? Are Krishna is Vamanandev. Krishna is Narasimhadev. Krishna is Ram. Krishna is this. Krishna is that. This little puppy, when he sees a cat, he comes running, saying to me that tigress has come, and he jumps into my lap, and you are saying he's Narasimhadev. Well, just untie Krishna now, otherwise I will burn this whole Braj Bhumi into ashes. Do you know who I am? Well, acha. So Mother Yashoda asked, who are you? This voice came from inside. Who are you? Well, me. I am Ananta Shesh. I am Lakshman. I am this. I am that. Oh ho! So all the avatars have only my house. They don't have any other house. You rascal. You shut up, otherwise I'll tie up you also. So Balaram ji said to Krishna, क्या करता है यार? बोला था ना, पंगा मत ले. I could have dealt with anybody, but Mother Yashoda, I cannot do. I cannot tie you. I cannot untie you. पड़ेगी मेरे को, मेरे को ही पड़ेगी. Even I will get punished. I don't want to get punished. Bhukto. And Balram just went away. Anyways. So just after this Damodar Leela, Krishna actually moved from Gokul to Vrindavan. Krishna was in Gokul. You know, if you have been to Vrindavan, if you know where is Gokul, from Gokul to they shifted to Vrindavan. And this happened just after that. So then come to the fifth point, that is when Vatsacharan Leela, when Krishna began herding the calves, when he was after coming to Vrindavan, after 2-3 months later, that is when he was 2 years and 4-5 months. Now don't, you might assume that my son is 2 years old and Krishna is 2 years old. There is a big difference, Baba. Krishna's is actually 2 years now and 2 years then is a big difference. Okay, so Krishna, he moved to Vrindavan, and there a lot of demons started coming there. Every now and then demons started coming there. So Vatsasur came. Vatsasur was a demon who came. The sixth point. When Krishna moved to Vrindavan when he was 2 years and 5 months old, and then when Krishna was again when he was 2 years 5 months old, Vatsasur started coming, Bakasur came, Vyomasur came. Now Vyomasur's pastime is mentioned in 37th chapter, but actually it is related in the 11th chapter. Okay, so that's why we are putting Vatsasur, Bakasur and Vyomasur that came. So Vatsasur, he came disguised as a Vatsa, he came as a calf. He came as a calf, disguised as a calf. And Krishna killed that calf. But he is a demon. Then there was a Bakasur. This demon came in the form of a big bird, and it had long beak like that. So Krishna put his hand inside, and it was like a rod, red hot iron, and it killed that Bakasur. Then Vyomasur. So there was one asura who came as a boy, and he took away some of they were playing a game. Krishna and Balram were playing the game that some of the boys were, they were taking care of they were playing hide and seek. So some of the boys were taking the role of a ship, and some of the boys were herding the ship. So one of the boys came, this Yomasur came and took away some of the boys. And then Krishna and Balram, they identified that, and then he killed Vyomasur. Now comes one of the amazing pastimes of the Lord is Brahma Bhimon Leela. When Krishna was only a little more than 3 years old. Now I am going to discuss about the mysteries of Brahma Bhimon Leela in 5 minutes. So keep your eyes and ear open. Okay? There are so many mysteries we are going to discuss about 2, 3, 4 pastimes which you might not have heard, but that is our acharyas. They have explained the mysteries of Brahma Bhimon Leela. Okay, so Brahma Bhimon Leela. When Krishna killed Aghasur, right? Krishna killed Aghasur. Aghasur was a very ferocious, very powerful demon. And all the devatas were afraid of Aghasur. When Krishna killed Aghasur, the news went to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji thought, wow, somebody can kill Aghasur also. Huh? Who is that? This is the Supreme Lord. Achha, Supreme Lord. So Brahma comes along with his associates to witness what is going on. Who is that person who killed Krishna and who killed this Aghasur? So when Brahma comes there, Brahma sees a very unusual thing. Krishna, along with his cowherd boys, were eating food. They were eating prasad together. And one of the boys, he was eating something which given by his mom, and he tasted it and it went inside and he said, "Oh Krishna, this is so sweet." And I said, "Wow, it's really so sweet." Krishna catch
caught hold of his neck and brought that rasagulla or that outside. And when Krishna goes and takes it from his mouth and eats it, and Brahma sees this. And Brahma says, this is not my God. I cannot worship, I don't worship such a person. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinde Sarva Karanam Karanam is any sakta. And his assistant told Prabhuji, Brahmaji, he is a supreme personality of Godhead. Now I will have to test then. So now listen carefully. Brahmaji decided to kidnap Krishna's calves and Krishna's cowherd friends, right? That was Brahma's agenda. So Brahma is a super powerful personality. He is a son of Lord Narayan. Very powerful. He created the universe. He is very powerful, right? Brahma had some lot of powers with him. So he wanted to show his power to Krishna. So Brahmaji comes there and he makes an attempt. He makes an attempt to kidnap Krishna's eternal associates, cowherd boys and the calves. Now before Brahma could reach there, Mahamaya enters the picture. Pay attention here. Mahamaya enters the picture. Mahamaya gets involved in the pastimes. Now in this pastimes, Mahamaya is also involved, Yogamaya is also involved. Mahamaya gets involved in the pastimes, and how can Brahma, who is a conditioned soul, can kidnap Krishna's associate? Not possible. Krishna's associates cannot be kidnapped, right? So Brahmaji, when he tries to make an attempt to kill, to kidnap, Mahamaya creates a duplicate calves, duplicate boys, and Brahma kidnaps those and goes and places them in his abode. There are two versions. One version says that he kept in his abode. The second version says that he kept in a cave. Either. So, Brahmaji, he went back, and he went back, and after certain while he decides to come back. Now when he comes back, now Yogamaya, now when Mahamaya came in the picture, she created a duplicate set of boys and calves, and Brahmaji took that. Yogamaya also came in that picture. And Yogamaya, it created such a curtain that original cowherd boys and the original calves, they were undisturbed. And that pastime was going on. That was not disturbed. They were eating their food. Calves were churning in the forest. Okay? Yogamaya, under Yogamaya's potency. Right? Krishna comes out from that Yogamaya pastimes. He creates himself. Now he wanted to taste the Vatsalya of all the mothers in the Vrindavan. As calves, he wanted to drink milk of all the cows in Vrindavan. So Krishna expands himself into exactly like the cowherd boys, the features of the cowherd boys, and exactly like the calves. Everything about the cowherd boys, which the features and the look and everything, Krishna became that. And exactly the same with the calves also. So, and with that, so it is not the cowherd boys, it is not the calves. The original are under the Yogamaya's potency, and they are there, untouched, dear devotees, untouched. And Krishna comes out from that pastimes, expands himself, and goes to their houses. For 1 complete year, Krishna experiences the Vatsalya ras from all the cows and from all the mothers of Vrindavan. And they all feed Krishna. For that 1 year, Krishna was with everyone. Nobody knew this. Balram did not come that day, so Balram did not knew this. Okay. Getting my point? So that means what? There are 3 sets of boys, not 2. There are 3. 1 with Brahma, Mahamaya. 2nd, Krishna himself in innumerable cows and calves. 3rd, the original Yogamaya, under the Yogamaya, the original were there. Now Brahma comes back. This is what Jiva Gonaswami and Vishnu Thakur are mentioning. Brahma comes back after a year. I mean, he comes, as per his calculation, it was quick, but a year passed by. So Brahma comes here thinking that everything will be chaos here. Kai ka chaos? Here, he sees that everything is in its place, everything is going on as normal, nothing is affected. And Brahma realizes, oh, this is real, or in the one kept in my abode is real. Which one is real? That is real, this is real, that is real. He got bewildered. And then Krishna lifts the curtain. So one in the abode of Brahma, which were kept there, Mahamaya's abode, it disappears. And then Brahma sees that all the cowherd boys and all the calves, they were actually Vishnu Tattva. And Krishna manifested himself as in the form of Vishnu, and everybody he saw as Vishnu Tattva, and then each Vishnu had Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the devatas were worshipping that particular Vishnu Tattva. So Brahma he saw and Matha Chakra gaya. He saw, oh my God, what's going on? And then he gets, this is one curtain is removed, then second curtain, that Vishnu Tattva disappears. And then suddenly that original cowherd boys, the original Vrindavan Dham, the original cowherd boys, the original calves are in front of Brahma, and Krishna, he is coming, taking the calves, right? And he just returned, and he just returned, and he was saying to cowherd boys that I'm back. And the cowherd boys said, oh Krishna, you're back so soon. We just ate one morsel. You getting the point? In that, so Krishna so let's come back, little flashback. So Krishna was sitting with the cowherd boys eating food. The calves were there. So boys were worried that where are the calves gone? So Krishna told the boys, I'll come back. I'll just get the calves and come back. So Krishna goes and comes back. In that little time, till that time, what happens? The boys only just had one morsel of food, and they're just until that time Krishna was back. But in that time, Krishna put the whole 1 year in that. That is Brahma Bhiman Lila, my dear friends. Hare Krishna. Then, so what happened was that when Aghasur pastimes happened on the same day of Brahma Bhiman Lila. So Aghasur was killed 1 year before. So cowherd boys had that memory that Aghasur was killed 1 year before. Right? So now after 1 year, these boys are going home and narrating the Aghasur pastime that Krishna killed today Aghasur Baba. But Aghasur was killed 1 year before. Because of this. So at the time Gopal actually entered the Poganda age. What is that? Where is that? 7th. Okay. So then Krishna started to herd the cows. Okay, Krishna started to herd the cows when he was 4 years, 2 months and 2 weeks old. That was on the day of Gopashtami in the month of Kartik. Krishna started to herd the cows. Oh, then there is Kalya Daman Lila. It's another mysterious thing. Okay, are you ready for that? Yes. Pay attention. Okay. So, whenever Krishna had any business with the serpents, Aghasur, Kalya and all, Balram never came. Today also, when Krishna was planning to chastise Kalya, Balram did not come. Why? I will tell you. That was the birthday of Balaram. So Rohini kept him there. At the same time, there was a relationship between Balram and Kalya. And Balram did not want to get into that business. Okay. What is the relationship? We heard of Kashyapji's having a lot of wives. So one of them was Kadru, two of them were Kadru and Vinata. Vinata was the mother of Garuda. Pay attention. Garuda was the mother of, Vinata was the mother of Garuda, and Kadru was the mother of all the snakes. So she had 1,000 children, snakes. Okay. One of the topmost amongst them was Anantashesh, who is Sakshat Dauji. Second son was Vasuki and everybody, and amongst them was Kaliya. Okay. So when Kadru and Vinata, they had some competition amongst each other, and Kadru actually won the competition and Vinata became her maid servant. So Garuda also was the maid servant of Kadru. So Kadru's maid servant means all the snakes' maid servant. So Anantashesh, he could not digest this fact, all this, this was a political situation. Anantashesh gave up the family life, went ahead and did tapasya for Lord Vishnu. Anantashesh, he pleased Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu came in front of him, and Lord Vishnu, he was saying, Anantashesh requested, Lord, how can I serve you? So he said, you can serve me by lifting Bhumandal. So please go and lift Bhumandal. Said, how long shall I lift Bhumandal? Well, till the time you start, when you lift the Bhumandal, start my glorification of my name, fame, pastimes and activities. And when my pastimes gets over, you keep it down. So Lord's pastimes are unlimited, Ananta. So Anantashesh is holding the Bhumandal and is satisfying the Lord with Ananta mouths. He has unlimited mouths, and with unlimited mouths, satisfying the Lord, and the unlimited pastimes of the Lord are not coming to an end. It will never come to an end. Okay. So Anantashesh is out of the picture. He is a devotee, so he was pursuing different life. He was going to temple and everything. So Garuda was used in a wrong way. All the serpents, they used to consider Garuda as a maid servant. Hey, Garuda, come here, take us there, take us there, take us here, take us there. Here, take us to Ramanak Deep, that deep. So he was used. Garuda's food was the serpents, but Garuda had to take them on the back, whole family, and used to carry them around. So Garuda got just upset, and he said, tell me a way by which I can free myself. He said, go and get the nectar from the heaven. If you get the nectar, I have no problem. So Garuda, he said, that's it. So nectar was kept in a very close compartment by Indra. So Garuda goes to heavenly planets, and he has a great fight with the demigods. Big fight goes on. And Indra, he uses the Vajra. And Garuda, fight was there, but demigods were not in a position to do anything with Garuda. They were just on the other side, they were just taking it from Garuda. So Indra finally used the Vajra to kill Garuda. And Garuda, he took out the one feather from his body, and he said, this is for Dadichi Rishi, not for you. This is for Dadichi Rishi. Respect for Dadichi. And Garuda also teased Indra with Dadichi Rishi. And then Indra, he realized that Garuda told that if I want, I can carry all the Bhumandalas on my back and fly. What are you? So then Indra realized that he is not an ordinary person. He is the associate of the Lord. So Indra surrenders. He said, please, can I have a business? Can I have some agreement? He said, what agreement? You take. He explains everything to Indraji. And Indra said, please take this nectar, go and give it to all the snakes, but tell them that they have to go and take bath. First you give the nectar to them, free yourself from the slavery, and then you tell them, go and take a bath, and while everybody is taking bath, I will come and take it away. So everything happened as per said, and all the snakes became very upset, but now Garuda was free. So Garuda has this thing in mind that these people, they troubled me a lot. So all of these snakes were staying in Ramanagdweep. So Garuda, that is in 10th canto, this pastime is there. The Garuda used to go to Ramanagdweep and he used to eat all the snakes there. And then there was an agreement that once in 15 days, one snake will be kept for Garuda as a food. Okay? And Garuda can come and take that snake instead of abruptly going and eating from anybody's house. But Kalia, what used to do, Kalia used to eat that snake which was kept for Garuda. Snakes can eat other snakes. So Kalia used to eat that snake, and that started a fight between him and Garuda. Okay. So that is the life story of Kalia and Garuda, the background. Okay. Here we know the pastime of Shobari Muni in Brajmandal. Shobari Muni was doing tapasya in Yamuna, and he cursed Garuda not to come here. Right? So, how did this information reach Kalia? Question is there. Kalia is in Ramanadvip. How did he know that? So Kalia was instructed by his spiritual master that there is a place in Vrindavan. Now who is his spiritual master? Narad Muni. Jiva Goswami Path says it's Narad Muni. Narad Muni keeps traveling. वो तो मसीहा है. He's the savior of the whole world. So he goes and he just casually goes to Kalia. Kalia, what's happening? What's up? What's going on? And he said, oh, I'm very sad. This Garuda comes and beats me up and this and that. And then Narad said, do you know there is a place where Garuda cannot go? Oh, really? Where is that place? Well, Vrindavan. Vrindavan. Okay. So and then Narada blesses Kalia that go and you will get the shelter of Lord Krishna. So that's how Kalia reaches Vrindavan. And then we know the history, we know the pastimes of Kalia, that Krishna entered the water in that lake, and then he defeated Kalia. And he defeated Kalia, and there he realized that this is Supreme Lord. He started worshipping and glorifying. And then Krishna, it is said that in some millennium, different pastimes of the Lord happened with Kalia. In some of the pastimes, in different millennium, in different yuga, when Krishna comes and he performs these pastimes, so there he takes the gopis along with him. We know that Krishna performed dance in the hoods of Kalia. So sometimes he takes the gopis with them and he performs the dance together. And all of the gopis, they dance with Kalia on the Kalia's hoods. In some millennium, when Krishna goes to Mathura to kill Kamsa, sometimes he goes on the back of Kalia to go to Mathura. Okay, so that is the sweet pastimes of Kalia. So this Kalia Daman Leela actually happened after it is mentioned. The Shukdev Goswami described this Leela out of sequence by mentioning it after killing of Dhenukasur, but it happened before. Then come Dhenukasur's pastimes. So Dhenukasur, it's very interesting pastimes that Dhenukasur was in control of Talavan, and all the Talavan had some very beautiful tal fruits. So all the Krishna's friends, they were aspiring always to go to Talavan. So one fine day, they all proposed that, Dauji, Krishna, can we all go to Talavan today? He said, let's go, what is the problem? But there is a demon there. Hey, forget demon, Bhiman. We'll take care of it. So all of them, they came there, and Balramji and Krishna, they started shaking the whole tal trees, and all the tal fruits were coming down, and Krishna and all the friends, they had a party. Tal party. And then what happened? That disturbed Dhenukasur, because all of them were making noise, shouting, screaming, everything was going on. So that disturbed Dhenukasur. Dhenukasur came there. So when Dhenukasur came there, what happened? Balaram and Krishna, they lifted Dhenukasur, whirled it around and threw it on the tree, and Dhenukasur died. So many different donkey demons. Dhenukasur was in the form of donkey. So many other donkey demons, they came, and Krishna and Balaram did the same. They took the legs of the donkey, whirled it around and threw it. And the boys said, wow, what a game. Can we also participate? Can we also do the same thing? I said, yes. But so many donkeys were coming, and all the boys, Krishna empowered all these boys, all the boys were taking the donkeys, throwing it. So they were liking it. So they were liking it. So this is Dhenuka Sarlila. Then, while playing happily in Vrindavan, Lord Balram once climbed on the shoulder of a demon called Pralamba. He stuck his head with his fist and destroyed him. Then there comes the pastimes of Venu Geet. In the 8th, so Lord Krishna, when he entered the forest of Vrindavan, upon the arrival of the autumn season. Now the Venu Geet pastimes happened when Krishna was 7 years old. 7 years old and one month. So when Krishna entered the forest upon the arrival of autumn, and then he played Venu Geet, when he played a flute. And when he played the flute, all the jiska naam liya tha, Krishna called out some specific names of the gopis, and all those gopis, they came to Krishna in the dead of the night. And then and he praised the cowherd girls for their surrender. And then Krishna told to them, now you go back. Then they said, what is this you calling and then you're sending us back? He said, appropriate time I will spend the whole time with you. This is not the time to go back. So you go back. Then came the pastimes of Govardhan Leela. So Govardhan Leela took place when Krishna was 7 years, 2 months and 7 days old. Okay, 13th. Now, Govardhan Leela is also a bit sweet pastimes. So I'll quickly touch base this Govardhan Leela. So Krishna, when he was 7 years old, but Indra Puja was going on every year actually. Indra Puja is the biggest festival of Braj. Imagine, a biggest festival of Braj was Indra Puja. And Krishna was actually observing Indra's festival. I mean, everybody was observing Indra's festival. And Krishna, when he was 6 years old, decided कि अगले साल बंद कर दूंगा. Krishna said to himself that आज मना लिया सब लोगों ने, अगले बार बंद कर दूंगा. Next year I am going to close this festival. Krishna said to himself, when he was 7 years old, 2 months and 7 days old, Krishna, there was whole big organization meeting going on for organization, how to organize this Indra Puja festival. And Krishna and Balram and all the little coward boys, they walk in the meeting directly and said, what is going on? Can you please tell us what is going on? You also want to learn and this and that. And the Nanda Maharaj said, this is not for the kids, just go away. And Krishna said, what not for the kids? If you're not going to teach us, how will we learn? We also want to do this puja in the future. So unless you tell us now, train us up, we will not be able to carry out this. So please tell me. And then all of them had a discussion, what should we do? Should we tell them? I said, okay, you can be here. And then Krishna started asking questions to Nand Baba, is this Shastrik? Is it Laukik? Is it authorized? Is it authentic? Is it coming from the parampara? What exactly it is? And then Nand Baba said that it is Laukik. I don't know about scripture, it is Laukik, but we have been doing this after Pidi Dhar Pidi. Our ancestors have been doing this puja. And why we are doing this? Because Indra gives us rain. From the rain, we are farmers. So we do agriculture from that. From the agriculture, our cows, they eat the grass and everything, and we are in a position to survive our life, survive our existence. And then Krishna started to give them some karma mimamsa siddhant. I don't want to get into that karma mimamsa, but in simple words, Krishna told him that what is the use of this worshipping Indra? Because they said that worshipping Indra, if we are worshipping Indra, Indra gives us rain. But Krishna is asking questions. Indra is also giving rain in the ocean. Ocean does not need. Krishna, he is giving rain to the mountains. Mountains does not need. So why is Krishna was trying to explain them that Indra Puja is useless. And then some of them asked, so whom should we worship? If you are saying that we should not worship Indra, then whom should we worship? Then Krishna said, Girirajji. This Giriraj is the one we should worship, Girirajji. This Giriraj is giving us all the fruits, all the grass and everything, and we get all the medicines from Girirajji, and there are so many beautiful caves there are so many beautiful medicinal herbs there, and a lot of things are there. in Girirajji. So we should all worship Girirajji. And we should worship the cows and we should worship the Brahmanas. That's it. 3 worships are enough. Why should we worship Indra? And have you seen Indra? No. We are seeing Giriraj and Giriraj is practically helping us. We should worship Giriraj. And everybody said, no, no, no. If Indra becomes upset, you know what will happen? He will kill us all. And Krishna said, after doing everything, after convincing everything, they were still adamant, we don't want to give it up. Then Krishna used the Brahmastra. What is the Brahmastra? Krishna said that if you worship Girirajji, that will give me happiness. That will make me happy. But if you worship Indra, I will not like it. And because Krishna was the object of their love. Krishna is the Vishay, Premera Vishay. Devotees are Ashraya and Krishna is the Premera Vishay. When all the Brajvasis heard that by worshipping Girirajji, Krishna is going to be pleased, all of them immediately started to cry. And I said, oh Krishna, we did not knew that by worshipping Girirajji you will be happy. Oh. So let us talk. What do you want? You tell us. What do you want? Take all the offerings which are made for Indra and let's go to Giriraj and offer everything to Girirajji. So Krishna actually, they all agreed. And then they all agreed and they all shifted everything to Girirajji and there was more foodstuffs also been cooked. And Krishna himself monitored everything. And Krishna explained everything, how the Giriraj Puja has to be done. Now all of these people, they knew they're messing up with Indra. And the biggest calamity is going to come. But everything is fair in love and war and Krishna consciousness. If Krishna is going to be pleased by worshipping Giriraj, we'll worship. And what about the calamity? Dekh lenge. All of them said, if Indra is upset, if he tries to do something, see what will happen. And for the pleasure of the Lord, everybody worshipped Giriraj. And when everybody started worshipping Girirajji manifested himself in a very big form and started eating all the offerings. And then Krishna's friends, they were very bewildered because after the offering was done to Indra to never came. And all the food was distributed, all the prasad was distributed. Here Giriraj is eating everything. So this cowed friends went to Krishna and said, "Arey Baba, kaun sa devta pujwa diya bhai? Sara kha raha hai to, he's eating everything. What will we get?" Like, don't worry, Giriraj will give it back. And after Giriraj ate, everything came back again. And then Giriraj manifested in front of Nanda Maharaj and everybody. He said, "Nanda Maharaj, I am very pleased by your devotion. What do you want?" And he said, Giriraj asked Nanda Maharaj, "What do you want?" Nanda Maharaj just said, very, very humbly, he said, "Kushal rahe Balaram kanai, Kushal rahe Balaram kanai, Kushal rahe Balaram kanai, Kushal rahe Balaram kanai, Kushal rahe Balaram kanai." Nanda Maharaj said, "I do not want anything. I just want that Krishna and Balaram should be happy." So the whole puja was over, a festival was over, and Krishna started the parikrama. All of them, they started parikrama. Everybody did parikrama. And after parikrama was over, everything was over. The festival was nicely ended, but Indra got upset. The news reached Indra that this year there was no Indra puja. I think there was the only Indra puja in the whole world. Krishna was upset because Indra is taking worship from his Ragatmika Bhaktas, from his Premi Bhaktas. Indra should be serving them. But here it was opposite, that he was taking worship and Krishna did not like that. And that's why Krishna wanted to teach Indra a lesson. Today Indra was in a superior position, he was in a managerial position in his own kingdom. In Krishna's own universe, he was in a managerial position. So there is a way of explaining things to people. So Krishna manifested this sweet pastimes. So Indra, when he heard that a little 7 years old boy instructed all these people to stop Indra Puja, and he started this Giriraj Puja, and Indra got very upset, and he said to the demigods that they gave up worship of the Devata and they're worshipping this stone. They're all worshipping this stone. So he called Samvartaka clouds. He thought that these Brajvasis have become puffed up and they need to be taught a lesson. So Indra called for Samvartaka clouds. You know Samvartaka clouds? They are the clouds which are used during the time of devastation. So those clouds came and Indra ordered, go and kill all the Brajvasis. Nanda Maharaj, everybody, make sure that none of them are alive. And Samvartaka cloud, and Indra told to them, you go ahead and I am coming from behind. Indra was scared in his heart that, there was some scare was there. So he said, all of you go ahead and I am there with you. Usually the leader is there in the front. But here it is ulta, here the leader is then behind. So they all went. They all went and they started to pour the water, and the whole Braj started to flood. One drop was like a giant pillar. And all of them, they started to scream and shout, and they started, Krishna, Indra is angry. We have messed it up. And then Krishna told everybody, all of you come to Giriraj. All of you come near Giriraj. We have fed him, now he will take care of us. इतना खिला पिला के टुस्ट कर दिया उनको, तो अभी रक्षा करेंगे ना. So Krishna said, come to Giriraj. And then Krishna, when everybody came to Giriraj, Krishna just went there, and just like a boys, they picked up the mushroom, this small mushroom tree, how boy playfully they picked up the mushroom tree from the ground. So just in that way, in a playful way, Krishna went and lifted Giriraj. Giriraj Dharan ki. And all of the whole Brajmandal came inside that. The height of Giriraj, the Giriraj, because of Krishna's touch, Giriraj expanded itself in breadth-wise and length-wise. I mean height-wise and, horizontal and vertically, both Giriraj expanded, and the whole Brajmandal was able to come inside that. And the height of the Giriraj Maharaj went to that extent, it crossed in Indraloka. Giriraj was in ecstasy. And the cows and others who were there on that Giriraj, who were herding the cows. I mean, the cows were herding. Some of them were there. Cows were there. So Giriraj took them all above Indraloka. Some of them were on the top. They went above Indraloka. So Indra wasn't able to figure out what's going on. And inside a big festival started, because there was never an opportunity that all the Brajvasis were together, and Krishna was there for day in and day out. So everybody, all the Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, all were together, because nobody got an opportunity to witness Krishna 24 hours, because every time Krishna was only there for some time with them. But here, 7 days and 7 days the festival went on. Everybody was celebrating. And all the devatas and all were thinking, what's going on? Andar dekhta it's a festival. Inside we were looking, everybody was dancing, and everyone was smiling and dancing, enjoying. And such innocent Brajvasis, they were saying, Krishna, you might be tired now. You can keep remove your hand. We will now, we will put our sticks and we will take care of it. And then Krishna, why? Yes, why not? Why not? So once they put the stick, and all the sticks broke. And then they were like, no, Krishna, you only lift. And then they were having some sweet songs, and party was going on. And then one of our acharyas, they say that who lifted Giriraj? It was Krishna or Radharani. So one of our acharyas said that actually Radharani was glancing on Krishna, and Krishna was getting strength, and Krishna was able to lift the Giriraj. So actually it was Radharani was doing it. So they were just thinking like that. So that is Krishna. And then Indra, he realized after 7 days, Narad Muni went to him and said, excuse me, what's going on? Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality Godhead, ab bhi to kuch din pehle gaya tha tu jail mein. You just some days back you went to welcome him, and now you forgot. Oh, it's the same person. Yes, it's the same person. He's our Lord, Supreme Lord. I said, oh my God. And then he went to his mother, Indra went to the mother, and the mother suggested, take Surabhi cow with you. Otherwise, you'll be sacked. So Indra comes with Surabhi cow, and then all the offenses are forgiven. So Indra performs the Abhishek of the Lord and gives the Lord the name Govind. So that is Govind Kund. Okay. And then after some day after, then Surabhi also performs Abhishek of Lord, and that's how Surabhi Kund was formed. That's how the two kunds are formed. If you want to get forgiven from all the offenses, go to Surabhi Kund, sincerely beg for it, and all the offenses will be forgiven. All the unintentionally committed offenses will be forgiven at Surabhi Kund. When you go to Vrindavan, next time make sure that you visit Surabhi Kund. Okay. Now this, if you go by this pace, it's not going to work. So you decide. Either you give me one more session extra on Sunday morning.
How many people can make it Sunday morning? When are you traveling to Manor?
You have to drive. After the class from here itself, will directly go to Manor. I have to reach by 12 o'clock. So we can have from around 7:30 onwards, or 8 to 9:30. You can have that session. Is it okay with you?
No, I'm
Are you all okay?
8 o'clock in the morning.
Otherwise, what will happen? I have to rush, and then there is no fun. So let me go 10th canto. Let us give some justice to that.
I think so.
Okay. So then I'll not leave you so easily. Give me 5 minutes more. Then on the 15th, the point number 15, that once what happened that Lord Krishna, Nanda Maharaj was doing Ekadashi Vrat, and he got up early. I mean, he was about to break the fast. So he went in the dead of the night around 2 o'clock, and he went to take a bath in the river Yamuna. And that time, Varuna's people, they saw that there is not appropriate time, so they kidnapped Nanda Maharaj and they brought him to the abode of Varuna. And Krishna found that his father was missing, and then he realized that Varunaji has taken. So Krishna and Balaram, they both went to Varuna's abode, and Varuna welcomed Krishna and Balaram, worshipped them, and begged for forgiveness and handed over the father back to Krishna. And then Nanda Maharaj saw everything, that how Varuna is worshipping my son. What is so special about my son? He never knew. Is he some empowered personality? Who is he? And then like that pastime is there. And then Krishna, once they were all hearing some katha, and they all wanted to go to Vaikunta. All of them desired, they all want to go to Vaikunta, they all want to darshan of Vaikunta. And then all saying, oh, we want to go to Vaikunta, Vaikunta, Vaikunta. And Krishna said, what Vaikunta, Vaikunta, Vaikunta? You are Golok Vasis. No, we want to see Vaikunta, we want to go to Vaikunta. And then he said, okay, take all of you, go and take dip in that particular place, Brahmaharada place. This is called as Brahmaharada Leela. So all of them, they went and took dip there, and all of them saw Vaikunta inside the water itself. So Krishna manifested Vaikunta in the water itself. Then Krishna performed the sweet pastimes of Vastraharan Leela. There were the daughters of cowherd men which were worshipping Mother Katyayani. Cowherd girls, they were worshipping Katyayani to get Krishna as husband. And so Krishna, what did he do? Krishna, he came and stole the garments of those girls, and he sat on the tree. And the girls were all there and taking bath, and Krishna stole the garments. And then he was saying, now you come out, all of you. And they said, how can we come out? You have taken our garments and all. But then Krishna, you wanted me as husband. So husband means no shame. And then Krishna, he teased them, and finally one by one the girls came out, and Krishna gave one clothes to them. And this is how, and Krishna told them, I will perform my duty as my husband very soon in the Rasa Leela, not now. That's how Krishna, he did Vastraharan Leela. And then he bestowed mercy on the Yagya Patanis. Krishna showed special mercy to the wives of the Brahmanas. Now there is a very special incident what happened, that Krishna and Balaram were herding cows and everything. They were hungry that particular, there was a time when they were hungry, no prasadam was there, no food was there. So Krishna Balaram sent the cowherd boys to the Brahmanas. That Brahmanas were performing some yogic sacrifices, and he said that go to the Brahmanas and ask for food. So all these boys, they were very excited and that they want to meet the Brahmanas. So they went there and they said that Krishna and Balaram has sent us. Krishna and Balaram has sent us. So they were hungry. Can you give us food? And the Brahmanas were very surprised. The yajna is not complete, so how can we give this? So they did not answer anything to them. And these boys were very sad, and they came back and they said, what? We are hungry and we are dying out of hunger, and these Brahmanas are not giving us anything. Imagine cowherd boys. Krishna was asking for food and they refused. And then Krishna said, now you go back again. I said, no, we're not going to go. No. Now you go back to their wives. And just tell them that Krishna is hungry. And look how will they come running. And as soon as the cowherd boys, they went to the Yagya Patanis, wives of the Brahmanas, and that Krishna Balaram is hungry. And they left everything. They took all the paraphernalia of food and they came. They came running and they saw Krishna finally. Because they were all devotees of Krishna, but they never got opportunity to see Krishna. They always heard about Krishna. So they saw Krishna, they fed Krishna, and they said that now we don't want to go home to this Brahmanas. They're not your devotees, so we just want to be with you. I said, that's not possible. You go back. You're married. You go back. But what if our husbands reject us? They will not reject you. Go. And when they came back, the Brahmanas realized that Krishna and Balaram are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are doing worship Vishnu, but He is the Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. And they realized, and then by the mercy of the Lord, the Brahmanas realized their mistake and they understood the glories of their wives, that their wives are so devoted. And so they were happy. So this is the sweet pastimes of, Brahma, so Yagya Patnis. So Ras Leela will start tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki. With the hope that there is one more session added, I have stopped it. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Sunday morning is Birmingham Rath Yatra.
Not morning, no? 7:30 is, we can have class at 7:30.
I don't have a problem. If those who want to go to Birmingham, go. We are staying. We're not going. How many people want to go to Birmingham Rath Yatra? One. Okay. Two. Huh? Saturday we're doing it. We're doing it anyway. It's the same timing, 7 to 9.
So how about Saturday doing morning and evening both?
The Rath Yatra in Leamington. I mean Birmingham.
Oh, yeah,
are you playing there in Birmingham? Shravan. Yeah. They've asked you. Huh? Okay. So Pandi is catching on. So you'll be involved. So how many people can be here for Sunday morning, 8 o'clock? We'll keep it on Sunday morning. It's no problem. Okay. Because Saturday.
If you have heard all this, make sure that you are the last session also. Because then this yagya of Bhagavatam will be complete.
Yeah.
Okay? After we will, even though it is a 1 hour session, we can start at 7:30, end at 8:30, and 8:30 all can go.
Yes, Guru Sahib.
Not on Saturday.
Do you know this
Saturday.
Saturday? Probably is a long day as well. So Friday, we do 3 hours instead.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see how Friday goes, and if you still need some time...
Friday
then
means
people do
tomorrow.
from Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So tomorrow, if you are, yeah, we can start to, let's see how it goes tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah, okay. And even then, if there's time needed, then we can come on Sunday. अरे हम प्रेमी हैं सभी क्या? कोई जगन्नाथ जी के पास जाएगा, कोई कृष्ण जी के पास आएगा, क्या? You got a choice, and we'll record it anyway. So, okay, that's very good. So, round of applause for tonight's. And you just spoiled my sequence. The sequence I have is what's in the actual written in the canto. So this is all twisted a bit. But don't worry, I'll memorize this. And this is very important to know the sequence, because when you do your meditation, you know, you see Krishna's age as he grows and what leaders are connected to that. It helps with your Simran. Please don't think these leelas happened 5,000 years ago. They're nitya leelas.
They're
always happening.
Still
Like
going on.
tomorrow there'll be a sunrise, you know, and now when it gets dark, another place will be getting dark, and another place will be getting dark, and other places, sunrise continues happening. So Krishna's leela keeps happening in many, many universes. So when you get your bhajan perfect, you will leave the body here and you'll join in the leela over there, and you'll know the sequence. You won't be thinking, what's happening now? Do we come on Sunday or not? You know, you would know it, what's going to happen. That's what bhajan is. You're synchronizing with the actual leela. And that's why you hear the Bhagavatam over and over again. It's not that you'll go to Golok and you'll have some different leela to Krishna. You know, this sequence is. So there's two nitya leelas happening. One in Golok continues happening. Another one in this material universe. There's many universes. So Krishna leaves this universe, goes to the next one, next one, next one, next one. So it's amazing. It's very important that you connect with Krishna, Leela. And then you have to have a bhav, whether you go Dasya Ras, or Sakhya, or Vatsalya, or Madhurya. And if Madhurya, is it the queens? So then you'll be in Dwarka. Or is it like Radharani's camp? So this is all technical. I've heard Bhagavatam before, and I just thought, maybe this is Shiksha Granth. You know, you hear it, and the moral of the story is, you know, you behave, you be honest, and all this. Nothing with you. So do connecting with Krishna. He's the Vishay, as he said. We've got to take the ashraya of the Leela. And then the Leela Shakti helps you. At certain point, Leela Shakti will come and start to make you understand part of the Leela. At the moment, it's your sadhana, bhakti, shravanam, kirtanam, Vishnu smaran, it's like that. But Bhagavatam is the topmost granth for this reason. It's going to connect you to the actual Leelas happening elsewhere. Do you get the point? So you don't, it's not about this week only, Nitya. You should be reading the Bhagavatam as well. For that, you need a Bhagavatam set in your house. And if you have a Bhagavatam set in your house, have you taken it out of the box? Or is it as it is? So you should come out and you should read it. And this overview is fantastic. Because another round of applause, because, you know, we are GBC deputies, so we meet every year in Mayapur. So you came 2 years ago, I think, John, a couple of years, 4 years ago. Because of COVID, I forgot the COVID. It's 6 years back. Really, it's been that. I think it's the COVID which made me forget. Because I've been there since 96. So you were a newish person. Then he came and told me. Or was it 18? Yeah, okay, 18. Yeah, that's right. So the 18, 19, then nothing happened. And now we meet you here. So tomorrow we have a meeting at 5 o'clock in the morning, GBC deputies. So he'll be in that house and I'll be on this side and we'll be rubbing our eyes. But anyway, that's when he told me, I do Bhagavatam. And I went to UK. I said, why don't you come to Coventry? I just said that. And he goes, all right, you arrange something. So then COVID came and disarranged everything. And so then I got a little, somebody from Radha Mohan, I think from the manor, he says, Brajsundar is coming. I said, Brajsundar, we'd like to do Bhagavatam. Now, he's in demand. So I was thinking, he's not going to give us a week. So somehow they said, what dates can you have? So he said, this Prabhu said, can you host him for like 6 days? I goes, yeah, you can do Bhagavatam then. You know, the importance of Bhagavatam and, you know, he'll see what's happening. And then Prabhuji said, I rang him, it was going to be 6. Then he goes, well, I can stay 7 days. And I like to do for 7 days. And then Lal Govind came, and Lal Govind is his god brother. They got the same guru. And his Guru Maharaj is the expert Bhagavatam reciter. Best. So the disciples are, following in the footsteps. So then the 7th, and now even Sunday is being included. But can you see a discussion which took place in Mayapur? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must be listening. Haridas and Yatra needs Bhagavatam course. Now, we haven't had anybody do the full like you have done it like that. So this is educational. On the other hand, Guru Sevak is there. He said he wants to do workshops and everything. And we wanted to get the adults under umbrella and just saying, do you know what's going on in your marriage? And do you know what's going on in your children as they're coming to teens? And they will have hormones changing and everything. Do you know what's going on? We were thinking of doing these workshops. And with the children as well, saying when you become teenagers, things are going to happen. You start to have desires and stuff like that. So we have a holistic approach, meaning we give spirituality, plus we are grihastas, and you're going to become grihasta. That was our desire. And it's all manifesting. So on Saturday, it'll be about tune up your marriage. If it's gone out of tune, it does go. My guitar goes out of tune. And I have to tune it regularly. Because when you play it, it goes a little slack. Similarly with your marriages and relationships, they go a bit slack. And you might think, I don't need to know. You'll be surprised, it's the spiritual side of things. Please, those who are married, we would suggest, please come. And it's a relationship thing. I don't know what he's going to say, but, I think we're going to learn something. I'll be there as well.
From Bhagavatam.
Anji?
Spiritual relationship coaching from Bhagavatam.
Yeah, Bhagavatam like that. Now the thing is, don't think if somebody's having difficulty in their marriage that they are the one who should attend. Everybody should attend. I don't have any difficulty in my marriage. I really enjoy my association with my Dharam-Patni. We're going to be here and just see what Bhagavatam has to say. So please, I do encourage you to register and come. And if some of you are thinking of getting married and you would like to know how to deal with it, you're also welcome. They're also welcome, and they intend to marry.
Yeah, just come with your spouses.
No, but if they're thinking of, they haven't found a spouse yet. But they want to get into practice. But we'll allow it. This is Coventry. We allow a few things. So you can see what's happening on Saturday. And how many people can make to Leamington Rath Yatra? Okay. Huh? Well, they don't know. I think did we put the poster? So can you do it? But anyway, it's in a car park. So you have to park your car somewhere else and pay for it. And they're using their car park for the thing. I did ask them. They asked me, how many people should we cook for without onion and garlic? So I wrote to him, I goes, do you mean you offer onion and garlic to the Lordship? They said, no. We are having a food festival as well. So there we're using onion and garlic. But, we do offer something to the deities. So how many devotees you'll bring? I just went off the idea. So I'm just going to say, we'll have some halwa. That's it, or something like that. So, whatever you want. So I just tell him about 4 or 5 people in case somebody's hungry, they can have prasad. So, but Jagannath is calling, so we'll do kirtans and everything. And then in the afternoon, the session is 2:30 till 6, I think. Is there going to be prasad? I don't know. Yeah, but at the end of the session, the husbands and wives will be willingly going into the kitchen and cooking something for the Lord. Yes, there'll be something. Hope so. So from then, 1 hour gap from 7 till 10 will be, well, why don't we eat between 6 and 7? So you're really stuffed, and then you're sitting and hearing katha. Then you don't worry about eating later on. Is that okay? Yeah, why don't we, whatever we're going to cook in the evening for later, have it at 6 o'clock? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so here's a pointer. Work it out how it is. I think it'll be nice to eat at, between 6 and 7. And then we just hear the katha. Is that okay? Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, another one. If you enjoyed this Bhagavatam and it's made the difference to your understanding of the Bhagavatam and to your life, raise your hands. Right. You've just raised your hand saying, I'd like to give something towards the speaker. It wasn't a trick question. You should. It says at the end of the Bhagavatam, it's a service given. Any service, you take it for free, the Lord takes it back. Krishna goes, I give remembrance and forgetfulness. So you might think, I like here. After a few weeks, you're thinking, what did he say? It's gone. The Lord says, you didn't pay for it, okay? You went without the ticket, you know. I'm only joking with you all. I think we owe it from the heart saying, you know what, Prabhuji's grace. He didn't ask me to, because they don't. Bhaktas never ask. It's our duty to make appeal. I would say, please give something towards him, and you know, Lord will be happy. It's a bit like Giriraj. You know, you give to Giriraj, you got any wish, Giriraj is here. There's Giriraj there. You have any desires, you just go to Giriraj. But be careful, you'll get your desires fulfilled, but sometimes it takes you away from bhakti. I wouldn't go to Giriraj and ask for anything, because he will give it to you, and then you're in trouble. Meaning you've gone away from bhakti. Don't go away from bhakti. I'm giving you some ideas here. So I would say, if you want to give something, Vidur, can they give to you? Then accumulate, we do it, give it to him, or should they go directly and give it to him? Okay, how would you like to, just go and give it in an envelope or something like that. Don't have a big envelope and a little 2 pounds in it, you know. Make the envelope small so he knows it's a small donation. Yeah, you know, I'm only joking. Some people do that, big lafafa. I go there and I get this big envelope. I open it, I think, is that all? So don't make a show of it. If you can't afford it, it's all right. You don't have to go. Just Bhagwan says, not this time. You can say that. But honestly, if you can, you will be encouraging someone to saying, next year, he'll thinking, I want to go to Coventry. Not because of the money, he's thinking. They listened to the katha, they supported us as well, and I want to come back. It's called relationship building. Why I'm saying that is, many of the Bharatiya people, on the face, they say all this, but they do something else. And it's cheating dharma. You're not cheating me. The Lordship is watching who said yes and who's not. Because sometimes we are short of money, and we can't give. That's all right, it's understood. But don't just say it and then later on do a, 400 piece or whatever you want to say like that. This is just an appeal on me. He didn't say anything like that, I wouldn't. He's my colleague and he's a Vaishnava. They would never ask. One thing, Pundrik Maharaj's father also used to come and everything. And in Jagannath Puri, the Pandas, Kalyug Brahman, their father taught them, when the judgment comes, whatever they gave, just accept it. Never ask for more. And they stick to that. I've seen that. They never said, oh, how about this and all that. But the ones who work for them, they'll always say, the difference between the boss and the servant. So this is the real picture. Okay, Abhida Prabhu, any other thing we need to mention?
No, just that the Benjamin Star Radyata, don't compare it with the rest of the one.
It's a small, it's in a car park.
First time we're doing it, it's in the car park. We're going from the temple to the front, to the main gate, or the front of the main road, and then back.
Yeah.
So that's it's first time we're doing it.
But they've asked us to come and do the kirtans and all that, and then that we will do. We'll support it like that. Okay, that's it. So if you can stand up, please, and where's Guru Seva? Guru Seva kya hai? Hanji? Sorry, I never finished one appeal. I just tracked off. Yeah, because of this thing, if you don't have a Bhagavatam set, here's a chance for you to say, okay, make your mind up, go home saying, okay, I need a set. And there's a month of Bhadra coming. So what you can do is you can say now, I would like a set then. So we have to order them, Is it 2 weeks' time or something? Yeah. And when does Adhik Maas start? Adhik Maas is the Bhadrama. No, it's a different. So we'll get our, dates right. So the Adhik Maas is coming as well. So in that period, if you have Bhagavatam, I have a set in Hindi. If somebody wants a Hindi one, the whole canto's in a one box like that. So if somebody wants to see me, and then we can work it out, how much you can give. Now, they usually, how much do they cost? At the manor, they're selling 175 pounds. That's 12 cantos, 12 books. And they're with you for life. It's Srila Prabhupada's the purports and everything, translation and purports like that. It's really nice set, and you read the whole, whatever you heard here, that's the overview. Then you'll read it thinking, oh my God, my life is perfect now. So make your mind up and let us know, and then Anurag, you can order them, and then we'll give them to you in the month of Bhadra, and we'll do puja as well. There's a particular day you actually do worship, and you get the blessing of the Bhagavatam on that day. That's it. Okay, where's Guru Sevak? Guru Sevak? Where's Guru Sevak? Guru Sevak. आएंगे गाएंगे नैनो मेंढी आज तक कृष्ण जी आएंगे and they like it. Dim the lights. Special treat today.
नैनों में नींद पर आई रमन बिहारी जी के नैनों में नींद पर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
कौन बिहारी झुकी सहज सजावे
कौन बिहारी झुकी सेज सजावे
कौन करे तैयारी रमन बिहारी जी के
कौन करे तैयारी रमण बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद पर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमण बिहारी जी के
सखियाँ बिहारी झुकी सहज सजावे
सखियाँ बिहारी झुकी सेज सजावे
श्री राधा करे तैयारी रमन बिहारी जी के
श्री राधा करे तैयारी रमण बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमण बिहारी जी के
कौन बिहारी झुको दूध पिलावे
कौन बिहारी झुको दूध पिलावे
कौन खवावे मलाई रमन बिहारी जी को
कौन खिलावे मलाई रमण बिहारी जी को
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर
बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई, रमण बिहारी जी के।
मैया बिहारी जी को दूध पिलावे
मैया बिहारी जी को दूध पिलावे।
बाबा खवावे मलाई रमन बिहारी जी को
बाबा खिलावे मलाई रमण बिहारी जी को।
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई, रमण बिहारी जी के।
केसर तिलक और तुलसी की
केसर तिलक और तुलसी की।
वनमाला मुरझाई रमन बिहारी जी के
वनमाला मुरझाई, रमण बिहारी जी के।
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई, रमण बिहारी जी के।
चंद्र सखी बजा बाल कृष्ण छवि
चंद्र सखी बजा बाल कृष्ण सखी।
चरण कमल चितलाई रमन बिहारी जी के
कमल चितलाई बिहारी जी के।
नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के नैनों में नींद भर आई रमन बिहारी जी के
नैनों में नींद भर आई, रमण बिहारी जी के।
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
जय जगदीश हरे।